Hello, and welcome back to another episode of the Standard Grind. And today, gonna be doing something really fun. Jumping into some games before we get started. If you enjoy Goblins content, if you enjoy listening to Ram, hit like and subscribe. Easiest way to support the channel, and it's free. If you want to do more support the channel, $1 a month gets your name read out on every stream. We're gonna read off the members real quick, and then we're gonna jump into some games from the top. Alpha Ronan, Tim's Top Decks, Elias Sutter, The Darth Newt, ADDY100K, Jared Munsterman, Annan, Roberio, Cypher777, The High Wumpus, AJR, B-Rhyme, Gorvisker, Sliver of Nope, Scott McIntosh, Javier Hugo, Valeroth, Yorminger, and Harrieth. Absolute legends, each and every one of them. And thank you for being a legend and watching. It means the world to me. Now, let's jump into some Arena Goblins. Hope everybody's having a beautiful night. It was a little warm today, but not as bad as it's been in the past couple days. Just make sure everything's working real quick. Gonna do a quick audio check, and we'll just jump into some games. Bibbidi boppity boo.
Bibbidi boppity boo.
Perfect. And let's play some standard. I'm excited. I think standard's in a really good spot. Hey, what's up, Alberta? Thank you so much for dropping in. Appreciate you being here. Let's do some goblining. So with mice, I don't want to say out of the picture, but with mice on a downturn, I feel like naturally there needs to be a deck to take the place of the mice, and I think Goblins is actually in a really good spot right now. Before mice was banned, or I should say before the bannings, we were able to race mice pretty effectively, and so now I find that we're in a spot where the mice deck pre-bans forced us to be extremely efficient and very concise in how we play the game, being able to get to a position where we can win fairly effectively and consistently. And post bans, we don't change the list too much, and we just keep that energy and say, hey, now we have to represent. Yeah, this sounds good. I want to play against control, where my cavern can actually do something. I will also play an Inspiring Vantage, pass it over. Just got Oculus, eh? Oh, such a good draw. Cavern on Goblin. Suplex. Kind of clears the way for next turn to play Screaming Nemesis and just start beating. Then the following turn, if we hit a land, we can go Seer Slicer plus Lord. If we don't hit a land, we can just go Seer Slicer plus Torch, sack a token at the end step to kill another FOMO. Or the Steamed Core Scholar. Two lands, okay. It's a good design for us. If they have a Proph's Idyllic Memory, I kind of don't want to give them the red, blue, white. Yeah. Jeskai Oculus is a really good deck that didn't really lose anything. I think what I want to do, I can just play a Seer Slicer, or I can play a Headliner. I definitely want to take care of the Steam Core. So let's just tag this now. And the Stadium Headliner is the best attacker for next turn if I play a Lord. So let's get this in play. Mako's fine. They're going to kill my creature. Okay. So what we can do now is just play Screaming Nemesis and attack. Yeah, they have the profs. Counter on the Mako. Oh, second Nemesis is really good. What can we do? We can get a scamp down. Then we can go to combat and attack. And then we can... Do we want to crack a map? I think it's better to just play a Seer Slicer. Go to the end step, get another guy. Sure, Winter Night Stories is pretty good. I definitely think that this is one of the cards that has a huge increase in popularity now. Hey, what's up, Trucker? Appreciate you being here. Hey, thank you so much for dropping in. It means the world to me. And hey, thank you for watching. I love playing Goblins, so the fact that somebody else wants to play Goblins makes me really happy. If you're doing crack a map, do them before your upkeep. Mana. Yeah, this is a sorcery, so it would kind of be a bad bluff, but I hear what you're saying, definitely. So they're able to do a lot of cool stuff, put a lot of counters on this Mako, but it doesn't really matter. Now I think I do want to crack on the Scamp, but honestly, I think I just go to combat and attack. Because I get a free blocker every turn. And now I'll even play the Screaming Nemesis so that they can't attack with their Mako. Oh no, you're good. Don't worry. So many words in all these cards. Another FOMO, okay. They pitch a second profs because it's legendary. Counter on not the Mako. Sure. I would like to block with my Nemesis. Dome your face for 10. And then second combat. Block with my Scamp and ping you for 1. GG's opponent, well played. It's tough because their deck naturally has to be aggressive. They're not as good at blocking as I am. Rest in Peace is really good here. Obliterating Bolt's also really good. We kind of just want to tag everything that they play. Torch is kind of mid. Krenko can be trimmed. Torch is kind of mid, so let's play it like that. Ultimately, we kind of just want to shave on the stuff that isn't the greatest. Torch is just strictly upgraded by Obliterating Bolt, and Krenko is not quite fast enough to beat an Oculus, so we bring in Rest in Peace just to slow down that plan. Still having one for the top deck, of course, because sometimes you need it. Who wins? Big Creature or Screaming Nemesis? Yeah, exactly. It is kind of crazy how good Screaming Nemesis is against big creatures. You're like, oh, you have a big creature. Does it have trample? No? Well, then you die. I like this hand a lot. If we draw one land, we're in a pretty good shape. We're in a pretty good spot. They're going to be in rough shape unless they have something super aggressive. Mulligan to 4A. Okay. Cavern on Goblin. Play a Bastronaut. First strike is a fun way to trick your enemy into a losing since it deals damage before everything else swings. It's true. First strike is really busted. Do they kill the Astronaut? Yes. Yeah, opponent's in a really tough spot here. They probably have a Get Lost. So let's just get the Get Lost out of their hand. And they can see GG's opponent. Well played. All right. All right. Let's run it back. And that shows the power of winning game one. If you're able to win game one and then bring in something that your opponent doesn't board for, they probably got caught without any answers to Rest in Peace besides the main deck Get Losts, and that was what won us the match. First strike given to Scream Nemesis. First strike deals damage, which puts Nemesis on the stack. Hit the creature, hit their face before they die, before the rest of the creature hits your face. Yeah, it's Screaming Nemesis is one hell of a card. It's kind of insane to watch. Power creep over time. It used to be a 3-mana 3/3 with haste was just good. Like it didn't matter what else it had. Hope you get some new goblins post rotation. Losing Scab and Horde Master will be sad. Yeah. I think that so Horde Master is like the biggest loss. It's one of those cards that does everything. It's a 2-mana Lord, which is traditionally like the best rate for a Lord. It draws us cards, which is insane. So it does all the things we want it to do. But honestly, I'm excited to see like what else the format brings. We have Lorwyn coming up next year, so I think that there'll be a small period where, we don't have like a as good of a 1-drop. Well, the 1-drop slot is already pretty full. We could play a couple different goblins in its spot. Grease Orange Goblin's very strong. Goblin, or what is it? Reckless Lackey is really strong. Fanatical Firebrand is also very strong. Scamp is better because it can attack, deal the damage, and then fling itself. So it doubles itself and it doubles the damage it deals sometimes. But overall, I'm excited for. I'm a brewer and a deck builder at heart. So whenever rotation happens, I'm like, okay, cool. Back to the grindstone. Like let's try to figure out something busted. Horde Master is the one that I really hope we find a good 2-mana goblin to replace it because it does everything. It allows us to like basically kill on turn 3 or 4, or at least be in a position to kill on turn 3 or 4. I think we're aggressive here. They probably have a torch. But if we just torch their token, then we don't have the torch for the VV that comes down on 3. And I'd rather have it then. Yeah, the drawing cards is so powerful, especially in red where we're not supposed to have card advantage. I agree with that definitely. Horde Master is actually played in in Modern and Legacy. I play this card in my Legacy Goblins deck because it's just so strong. And with the sacrifice shenanigans, there's also some crazy stuff you can do in Modern Goblins, where if you just have a Snoop with a Kiki Jiki on top and you make infinite Snoops, they're all tapped, but you do it at what was it? There's like a way you can do it where you flip your entire deck and then what is it? So you make infinite Snoops, then you go to the end step. Each of them gets sacked individually, but Snoop reveals the top card each time. So eventually you'll have infinite Snoops. You go to the end step, they each die individually until there's a Sling Gang on top. Then the Snoop has the Sling Gang's ability, and you can just sack them all. So there's some crazy lines with Horde Master, even in Modern. Let's play Cavern Goblin. Play another Lord. And we're not going to try to kill this otter until we absolutely have to. I mean, that's kind of fine. Sure. That's not a non-creature spell, though, so I can torch this Floodpit Drowner. And still poking for 2. Kaido. This looks like a Witch Stalker's Frenzy, actually. Now that I think about it. Oh, my neck. Sure, turn inside out makes it a big one. Now we're tied up. Play my land, go to combat. Attack with everything, damage is good. Cast stock out. Trigger on the stack, I'd like to torch it. Now if they cast another spell in response, it still dies. If they cast a torch to exile one of my Horde Masters, I can sack my Stadium Headliner to shoot it for 1. Okay, that's fine. I guess we would shoot it for 2. And then we would get 2 death triggers from the Headliner dying and 2 death triggers from the Horde Master dying. So we'd flip 4 cards. Oof, best draw. Hands down, not even close. Best draw. Jump block the 3/3. Trade with the token. Stadium Headliner. Sack to shoot my Screaming Nemesis. I would like to deal at 3, draw 2 cards. Bolt your face. Yes. Starting to you in. So one time I attacked with Angel of Destiny, which is a 2/5 flying double strike lifelink. Whenever someone takes damage to the face, both players heal for the damage dealt. If you have 50 more life than your starting total, you win. I was like 4 HP and got 40 HP at the end. That's amazing. That's really fucking cool. Okay, so it looks like they're playing blue-red prowess. We kind of just want to kill everything they play in that matchup. Mage Bane is kind of decent. Let's cut Krankos. Torch is good. Suplex is not as good as Obliterating Bolt. And I'll trim Howl Squad. Let's try it like that. We kind of just want to kill every single creature that they play. And just keep jamming like that. Felt really good, though. I will say the one thing that's in the air about this deck is like the numbers of the cards that are in the main and then the sideboard slots. So if you find that you have a local meta that's like tailored towards one deck or another, feel totally free to like tailor the sideboard. I will say that like the cards that are in the main I've found success with, and it's hard because it's like the cool thing about Goblins is it's a very synergistic deck. So the synergies have to fit together very well in order for it to like equal out to what on average the rest of the format is doing. But if you're willing to put the time and invest in trying to figure out like what the best cards in the matchup are and what cards work better with like other cards, that's ultimately all you can do. And that's, I think, the beautiful thing about deck building is we all get to see, what our priorities are, and it helps emphasize like, what we each find is fun. On the draw, we have a redraw here. Not the most aggressive hand. I'll try it. Play Scamp. If they attack, even if they pump it with a creature, like a turn and set out, we can still trade, I believe. Swift Spear. I can trade with either one of those. Then I'll shoot it. Cavern on Goblin. I can play both of these 1-drops. And then the following turn, play my lord. So lay down, the thread is real. When his side goes red again, he's seeing red again, seeing red again, seeing red again, seeing red. I can hold up the torch, so let's just swing. I want to hold the torch for the VV. And we're racing pretty well. If they cast a VV, I think I shoot this in response. Pyroclasm. In response to the prowess trigger, I'd like to torture a creature. I draw 3 cards. Quote unquote. Wait. At least they're bad draws. The torch was the only card I kind of wanted. And we'll get the Bastronaut down. Play the Forge, pass it over. So now I know they play Pyroclasm, so I won't play into it for next game. They don't have a torch used yet, so they probably have one in hand. There's the VV. Storm Chasers is good. They're going to have a turn-in set out probably. I guess that could be the card that they grab, but no, they want this stock up. Go to mine. One, two, that's 3 power right now on the Bastronaut. I mean, that's pretty good. No attacks. I guess I could have killed the 1/1 if they double block, even though I can't kill the VV. My idea is I kind of want to keep this in play, get the Seer Slicer down. The following turn attack, get my token, because they have to be aggressive eventually. And I think I have a better late game than they do. Although if they have another land, they can pick up Pyroclasm, play Pyroclasm. Which is pretty bad for me, admittedly. Thank you all so much for being here. If you enjoy Goblins content, if you enjoy listening to me ramble, hit like and subscribe. Easiest way to support the channel, and it's free. If you want to do more support the channel, you know what to do. Really appreciate you. Goblins versus VV. This is going to be the meta for a while. I'm calling it now. Goblins is going to be meta. Goblins is going to be meta until Elves comes back in Lorwyn. Yeah, so now they're going to pick up their Pyroclasm, play the Pyroclasm, shoot me to 16, counter on the VV, attack for 2, make mana, go crazy. Yeah, we're in a bad spot. Best top deck is a Howl Squad heavy, I guess. So they're winning the race now. Angel of Destiny is a lifelinker, so it heals when it deals damage, and since it's hitting face, it also deals damage and gains life again. Since I'm healing, I'm getting Heliod triggers and putting it on Destiny. So it got real big with Double Strike. Massive for the heal one. It's pretty cool. Let's just slam the Screaming Nemesis. What cards do they have in the bin? A stock up. I mean, I don't think we can race, but I think we have to try. If they're able to just like land, pick up, stock up, cast stock up. That pings us for 1. They get a prowess trigger, and the VV gets a counter. So that's 5 coming in. I'm at 13, taking 5. I've got 8. But I can attack, and they go to 9. Really interesting. The fact that we have like no white cards in the main is kind of insane. A self-fulfilling prophecy is I created the sound of madness, wrote the book on pain, and I'm still here to say I do lose the race. I agree. 3 turns of taking 5 damage versus 4 turns of hitting for 3. I'm hoping that I draw something. It's the reason I'm attacking. If I have like some way to deal my Screaming Nemesis damage, I might be able to get there. If I draw a land, I don't attack next turn because then I can block the VV. And then I can just shoot them. Really, the attack is because I'm on. Really, the attack is because I'm on. I'm up a game in this match, and I'm hoping that I'm able to take more risks because I have a game to give. And it'll pay off really well if I draw something. So, like, for example, no attacks. So now they can just bounce my Screaming Nemesis. They do play 4 into the Flood Maw. But that big buy is getting bigger. Yeah. And that's fine. I do agree with what's happening, and I am dead. Opponent did some really cool stuff here, right? They looped a bunch of Storm Chaser's Talons and stock ups. There's no this town ain't big enough, so they didn't get to just reset the Storm Chasers over and over again. But with VV, sometimes all you need to do is get a couple triggers. What could I have done? See, the thing is, I think they had the Into the Flood mod the whole time. And being aggressive and pushing damage is kind of just like better for my deck in general. I'm a pretty good blocking deck, but they had Pyroclasm twice, which is really good against me, traditionally. I saw a meme going, I'm playing a VV deck, don't worry. It's not that deck. That's funny as hell. All right, good game, opponent. So what we're going to do is we have the Mage Bane Lizards. Obliterating Bolt's pretty good. We know that they have Pyroclasm. So Howl Squad and Prinko are better against Pyroclasm. What's worse against Pyroclasm is, I guess, like Seer Slicer or Horde Master, but we're on the play now. I like the idea of cutting my Krinkos, except for one. Trimming on Horde Master, Seer Slicer. Just because they died of Pyroclasm. I mean, I'll try it. If we get one land, I think we're in a pretty good spot. Talent. We make the otter. The fly was like, hello. And I'm like, no, come back. I don't want you in my room. It's still a goblin, though, which means that when I play this Horde Master, it can still attack for one. Do they Pyroclasm? My headliner would live, which is the funny thing. And then it would die after losing the buff from the Horde Master. Hey, what's up, bro? What's up, Nito Burrito? What deck wins always finds a way. Sometimes all you gotta do is just believe. The land off the top was the land that I needed, but that's fine. Let's get another Screaming Nemesis down. When you gonna wake up and find? 'Cause I believe in the sound of madness, wrote the book on pain, and still I'm here to say that every dark is a time of night. When you gonna wake up and find? All right, play that VV. Yep. Torch? No. If there's another land on top, I really don't want to play my Horde Master. And it just bounces anyways, so let's get the Scamp down and attack. Push a damage here. Second Pyroclasm. They could go cast Turn Inside Out, targeting their VV. That gives them a trigger. It wasn't Nito. Let's see. Played Legacy in 2014 and it was the same. Played Dredge and still lost to Goblins pretty frequently. It's pretty dope. Hey, what's up, Jorminger? Appreciate you dropping in, bro. Thank you so much for being here. Playing Goblins versus Is It Prowess. So it's a pretty cool matchup. Yeah, Legacy Goblins is the stuff of legend, I will say. That's where we have all the really cool tools. We have Sharpshooter, we have Goblin Lackey. Nowadays we have Muxus. Like, I think Legacy is one of my favorite formats to play Goblins in. Especially because Cavern and Vial plus Wasteland and Port is a really nasty combination. I have been at one point 20'd by a VV on turn 4. My opponent tapped out for the VV turn 3, and then turn 4 did pretty much exactly this. except they like split the red and blue mana, and then they were able to just cast enough spells to 20 me in one turn. So there was possibly a chance that I should have mulliganed to a Magebane Lizard here. Land. Okay. That's why we ask nicely. Nemesis. I guess we don't really want to attack in case they have some way to bounce my Nemesis. I still need a chump blocker. Back in the day, Legacy Goblins was under $100 to build, ports and all. Yeah. I was going to say when I built it, it was still pretty cheap, which is kind of crazy to think about. I think in paper, because I don't play dual lands, I play Shocklands. I think it was under $200. Dredge was only over $300 because of LEDs. Yeah, I remember when LED wasn't like stupid expensive. Like I remember looking at it and being like, this card's really good. Why isn't it played? And there was a decent price tag on it, but nowadays it's kind of ridiculous. Like I think each one is like over $100 or close to it. I could be wrong. I could be thinking of a different card, but 0 mana artifacts are traditionally busted. I know that sounds crazy to say. So now they get to cast a Stormchaser's talent, level it up to pick up the stock up, cast stock up, find a second bounce spell with my creatures and kill me. That seems pretty legit. Yeah, this is why we didn't attack with the Stadium Headliner. But we might still be dead. I guess they could just pick up the Into the Floodmaw, bounce my Stadium Headliner, and then just win. Torch also works. Good game, opponent. Well played. I guess if these Howl Squad heavies would have been Obliterating Bolts, or what else? Obliterating Bolts, I guess Suplex, ironically, would have also been really good. LED is about $350 as a single LED now. It's crazy how the times change. Yeah, Magic on average just trends up because the demand trends up, because the player base trends up, because the population trends up. It's so cool to look at supply chain economics like as a whole and be like, oh, what are we doing here? Like, does this make any sense? Pardon? How much? Yeah. Yeah. There's certain cards that you look at and they're like, wait a second. It's all the people fleeing Yu-Gi-Oh! Yes, please, come to Magic. Run away from that horrible game. You don't have to lose on turns like 1 when you haven't even taken a single game action yet. You, too, can play this balanced and fair game that has back and forth and nuance to it. Better, bottoming the 4-drop. I'm guessing this can be a temporary lockdown deck, just because of our luck so far what we've played. Hell yeah, I sold the bulk of my collection about 9 years ago to pay rent. Respect. Sometimes, one of the people that I looked up more than anybody in the entire world, his name was Evan. He was the LGS grinder, and what he said was literally, Magic will always be here for me. I can always come back and buy my cards, but if my life, falls apart, it's really hard to rebuild. And so I watched him sell his collection, even though he was one of the people I looked up to the most. I thought he had all the coolest things. And he told me, he's like, Magic doesn't matter as much as you think it matters. One day you'll come back and the cards will still be here. Swear to God, already switched from Yu-Gi-Oh! To Magic. Doesn't make me want to switch to Lorcana or don't make me switch to Lorcana or Pokemon. I agree. Stay in Magic, please. As they add more writing in the cards, Magic keeps getting faster and faster. Yeah, I might make a video about that soon, where it's like, hey, Wizards, more is not always better. Think about that in life, right? Like, you can't always tell people that more is going to fix all the problems. You can't look at like all the issues that you have and say, yeah, let me just throw more paint on this. Let me throw more fertilizer to grow the oh, that's a great analogy. We're trying to plant seeds. The cards are seeds. They're going to grow into decks. The way that Wizards is going about it is like dumping a dump truck full of fertilizer on top of the seeds and hoping they grow out from the fertilizer. A little bit of it would help. The nitrogen is really important for the production of like what you need for it to work. But on the opposite side of that, it's like, hey, we so it's got menace. They can't block with this yet. So, but yeah, it's full control, set and end step stop. It's like they're dumping an entire dump truck full of fertilizer on top of the seeds and saying, why aren't I seeing any growth? And they just keep dumping more and more stuff on. And that's the design philosophy with the amount of words that they put on cards now. It's kind of insane. So end step, make a guy. Still in the end step. I would like to bargain, sacrificing this token to exile the Patchwork Beastie. Prices do not need to come. Prices do need to come down though. Wait, what? Opponent just concedes. Cool. Rest in Peace is really good here. Obliterating Bolt's really good here because it exiles. Krenko is probably a little bit too slow. Oh, it's so good. Let's go to 1. Let's go to 1 Howl Squad. Torch is probably not the greatest, I guess. We're probably trying to be more controlling. So let's cut the aggressive cards. The non-removal goblin is the one that we'll cut. As I believe in the sound of madness, wrote the book on pain, and still I'm here to say that the darkest time isn't before the night, and still you gotta wake up and fight. Alright. Let's hit this, let's let this Wicker Folk. Let's not take any damage. Shoot the Wicker Folk, kill it. Play our Battlefield Forge. Deal ourselves a damage to cast this Rest in Peace. Pass it over. Birinder. Bolt is gone. Suplex the Birinder. So now the Obliterating Bolt's gone forever. Ooh. Land. Do we draw another suplex? We did. It doesn't help us though. Let's play the Screaming Nemesis and attack. And they concede! Whee! It's a Naruto reference, but oh my god. Well, this is a good list. I like this a lot. Yeah, the addition of Rest in Peace is just very strong. Very, very strong. Let's run it back. And then we do it again. And do it, and do it, and do it all again. Alright. I'm having fun. I think that the sideboard is good. And yeah, super excited to see what this Edge of Eternity set brings. It's going to be... Is this actually a Does It Die to Flaming Tongue Kabu meta again? Yes. We play Torch and Suplex in the main, and then if we can't kill it with either one of those cards, then we bring in Obliterating Bolts out of the sideboard, and we can just exile pretty much everything in the format. It's pretty awesome. I will say Suplex and Obliterating Bolt have been MVPs in this deck. They overperform every time I cast them. Siren's good. Let's get a Scamp down. Because even if they map onto it, Warden's good. They can tap their Novice Inspector, and I'll show you all the cards. You can still tap your Novice Inspector and the 2 artifacts to give it a counter and scry. Make it a 2/3. But I'm not really that scared of it. So I can either play a Lord and risk exiling the top card of my library, which is probably the land I need, or I can just cast this Suplex now and kill their Warden, and then attack in, and then sack it to kill their Flyer, which otherwise I have no way of dealing with. And now I just have to deal with their Novice Inspector. Convoke. Sure. Lifelink for 1. Play Astronaut. Play Stadium Headliner. Hit him with the chair. Okay, Perilous Snare is good. Give the Steel Seraph lifelink. Go swinging. They're out of cards. So we just got to beat their board that they have right now, which I feel pretty confident about. Lifelink. Yep. No blocks. Oof, best possible draw. Howl Squad. Start going wide. So they have 5 that they can attack with, 6 if they map. That puts me at 8. I can play a Lord next turn. It'll just be so much damage. Also, I could get a Screaming Nemesis in play and force them to just attack with the Steel Seraph alone. Back Astral Slide, I've got a health net again. Astral Slide is whenever you cycle a card, you get to exile I believe it's a creature. Nito Burrito, please tell me that I'm wrong. This 2/3 is going to eat this. Ooh, Zoteic Glyph. I haven't seen that in forever. Okay. Oh my god. We might actually win this. Because they didn't map on the Steel Seraph. I mean, yeah, because they didn't map on the Steel Seraph next turn, dealing us 4 in the air, then I think we have this. We can play the Krenko, go to combat, attack with these 2. Right. I think we can even attack with this. Blocks, damage, second main, tap Krenko, make 4 guys. They need to deal me 2 extra damage. Whenever you cycle, exile a card until EOT. For sure. It's just so good. Now I have good blockers. Oh, they can fly. There's a Glyph. Punts. Jack, you've punted. I mean, not really punt, but that's how it goes. Flying, really good against me. We shall be prepared. We have Brotherhood Ends in the sideboard, so I'm very ready. Oh no, please no. Yeah, Astral Slide was a really cool. I think that was, what was that? Time Spiral. Classics for recurring flicker mechanics. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what set it was from. Neo Burrito. I'm gonna guess Time Spiral. I started playing in Core Set 2013, which was 2014, and so I only remember hearing the stories, the days of lore. Okay, so if we're racing, Torch is good, but I mean Brotherhood End is gonna be really nice. If we're playing Brotherhood End, the Astronaut doesn't really help us because we can't really race things that fly. Sheltered by Ghost is a good catch-all. Let's trim. Trim a torch for another sheltered by ghosts. Whoa. I didn't see a lot of removal. Just play Pauper if you want to flicker. Urza's Saga. Okay. Yeah. So it was even older than I thought. Urza's Saga sounds right. I remember it having an old border because it was reprinted with the modern border for the first time in, I think, Modern Horizons 3 or a Modern Horizons set. I could be wrong though. Sounds kind of mid. I don't want to lose to Voltaic Glyph. This hand's a lot better. Bottom the second Lord. Try it like this. Mountain on Goblin. Play the Scamp. Pauper is really good. I agree. The Flicker deck in Pauper is dumb. Very strong here. Do a Goblin. Lord. Swing in for 2. Will not sack it. Because I remember the sound of madness wrote the book on pain. And still I'm here to say. So if I ever draw Brothers at End, I can literally hit artifacts and get my creature back. That's why I love Brothers at End. It just does so much. Not only is it a 3 mana sweeper, it's also a 3 mana shatter all things with CMC 3 or less. Which in a competitive format, most artifacts are CMC 3 or less. Voltaic Glyph on the map already? No, okay. If they could, they would have done it there, I believe. They could also play... What was the card? It was a dumb red drop that flickers itself at every opportunity. Norn the Wary. That guy that got me into Legacy had like 400 of them. I believe it's Norn the Wary. It's a creature that looks like a goblin, but it's actually a human. On stream, I mentioned how I thought it was a goblin, but somebody laughed at me. Oh, baby. Do we wait? Do we wait? I think we play Krenko. We let them do some crazy stuff. I think I just attack with a Scamp. They can block if they're scared. If they don't block, then that tells us they're not scared. We're not going to use this. Then they're going to cast Perilous Snare. Yeah, that sounds right. He amassed them because he thought it was funny. No, that makes sense. Norn the Wary travels in packs, I guess. You take a bunch of nerds who love reading and love memorization, and you put us in a game that pays off up to $3 at this point, so I guess he outpaced inflation. That's really funny. Regal Bunnycorn! Bunnycorn! They're getting aggressive because they think they can raise because of this Bunnycorn. I'm going to get my Lord back next turn. And we drew a backup Brothers at End. This is so good. So destroy all artifacts with CMC 3 or less. Get my Lord back. Tap my Krenko. All attack. Make a dude. Block, and then I'll shoot it, and we'll trade. Fear the bunny. I agree. If you're not scared of Regal Bunnycorn, then you haven't lost to this card. It's so funny that I remember this card coming out and being like, wow, this card's gonna be good. And then literally, so what do they block? They blocked my Headliner. So I'll take this action, give myself another death trigger to kill the Bunnycorn. I remember looking at this card and being like, wow, in the future, this card is going to be so dumb. Spent way too much time playing and theory crafting when I was really into Magic. Yeah, no, that's my favorite part about Magic is theory crafting and deck building. And I feel like if you have time, which, I have nothing but time. I work full time, but My brain is always going 24/7, and so I love like obscure facts, obscure cards. Scryfall. What's funny is I used to use the Gatherer before there was Scryfall. Now Scryfall is like my main go-to. Every day I look through Scryfall for random cards, just to try to like remind myself of things that I forgot or to learn new stuff that I've never seen. Because the cool thing about Magic is you're always going to find something that's new. One of your friends plays green white bunnies, and that's what she's really that shit is really potent. The bunnies go to the gym, he tells me. It's fine, he tells me, as he puts a trillion counters on them. I love doing that. I love being like, nothing bad is going to happen. That's one of my favorite things to say. Okay, I think they die. Brothers should end, destroy the artifacts. Yes, attack with the 3/3s, which become 4/4s. Okay, that felt really good. Let's just do that again. What's up, Derek? Thank you for dropping in. Appreciate you being here. It's always a pleasure to see you in chat. Always a pleasure to see all of you in chat. It's crazy the community that we have here now. Alright. I don't know about this. If they have a glass casket, this hand really doesn't do anything. I guess I could hold my suplex. But I think I want to look for a better hand. Engagement! Derek. I wish I could give you engagement, you legend. Nido says, I'm a Simic player at heart, but an Izzet player in cards. Nin is my favorite commander. Hell yeah. That's awesome. What's funny is you say Nin, and most people probably think, oh, Niv Mizzet? But no, I know Nin is the pain artist. That card is super sweet. Suplex can hit their thing, but I have 4 lands. I need to draw other goblins in order for this hand to work. And I think these 2 removal spells just don't do enough. I kind of need a Brothers End, especially on the draw. Especially against a Voltaic Glyph. I guess this can hit a treasure from a Voltaic Glyph. Sheltered is actually much weaker than I thought. I want a mulligan. Keep a better hand. Bottom a Scamp. If we have our 3rd land, we get to play Screw Nemesis, which is pretty good. Burn and draw, baby. Burn and draw. Hell yeah. Oh yeah, by the way, I still need a few tokens to finish an Angel deck, but it's going well. Doing Sigarda with Platinum Angel? That's awesome. That's super cool. Alright, we're going to torch the Novice Inspector. Is there going to be a better target in the future? Probably not, because next turn they're probably going to go next turn they're going to go Spyglass Siren into the Warden of the Inner Sky, and then tap their creatures to put a counter on Warden, so I'm not going to be able to kill it. So I think what I want to do here is torch. But if they do that, I attack with my Scamp. No, but then I lose that race. The easiest way to stop this is by killing the Novice Inspector. You loved Simic, dude. Simic Sky Swallower is my favorite bombs of all time. Shout out to Simic Sky Swallower. 7 mana, 6/6 with flying and Shroud, I believe. But like Shroud was explained as like a bunch of words before Shroud was actually a keyword, I think. I could be wrong, but I think have a really funny R-turn commander deck that I want to play with friends. Outside of Inner Self, I don't really have a win con. Totally fair. You're kind of just like chilling and doing whatever you want. Let's go Scamp, pass it over. When this Warden of the Inner Sight comes down, I'm going to be damned. Because I created the sound of madness, wrote the book on pain, and still I'm here to say, the darkness is down. When you gonna wake up and fight? I guess we get the headliner down. Next turn we could sack it, deal 2 the Seraph, sack the Scam, kill the Seraph. I help people draw cards and just random stuff. What's up? Appreciate you being here. Hudson with Luris and somehow Moxfield put the bracket at 4. That's the crazy thing. I think that there's a lot of decks that like you're gonna hear are like, oh, this is bracket 4. Like one of my favorite decks is bracket 4, and there's no way it deserves to be bracket 4. It's too damn good. Let's poke with the Scamp. I guess we could have attacked with the Nemesis too. They'd be at 19 going to 18, and then I could probably raise, so that was a punt. Shoot my Nemesis, yes. Because then I still get to shoot their face. They would be at 18 to my 14, I'd be taking 6. Yeah, so nothing else about this would have changed. Ooh, Memory Guardian. That's so cool. And this doesn't get hit by Brothers at End. Could be high, low, high 4, low 5. Yeah, I have a lot of fun decks that I think are 4s, and like it says they're higher. And then I have a lot of like good decks that it says are like 4s. And I'm like, okay, sure. Like I die in the air. This is 9 flying. So what can I do? I don't think there's anything. Good game. Well played, opponent. Mystic Snake, back in my day. The Bunny of Doom. I did definitely die to the Bunny of Doom. Look, they played Bunny and I died. That's how I'm going to look at it. I already said good game. I'm not going to say it again. I hate spammers, and I will not spam. Giving your Bunnycorn flying, that's an amazing moment. And they were smart. They didn't attack with anything on the ground that I could kill them with. So really, really well played by my opponent. Yeah, not being able to find that Brothers at End was huge. But I don't think that playing 4 is worth it. I think that in that situation, I'm probably just supposed to race, bringing in the Shelter by Ghost actually wasn't helpful. Mystic Snake, copy creature, copy the copy spell, copy that, reset it, copy a couple more times. That's awesome. That's super cool. All right, let's see how long we've been streaming. Just over an hour. Let's do some Brawl. Spring Heart none to go, but what about the landfall? Man. Oh, sorry. Oh. Let's do a couple games of Brawl to wind down. If you enjoy Goblins content, if you enjoy listening to me ramble, hit like and subscribe. Easiest way to support the channel, and it's free. Thank you, Yor. It really means a lot. This hand looks nasty. Play Goblin Lackey. Poking in. So they're a life gain deck, which means I have to kill them before they can gain enough life to negate what I'm doing. But they did shock themselves with the Sacred Foundry, so I'm in a pretty good spot. Three mana Flash Flying Death Touch. I know 2 mana Flash Flying Death Touch is Ice Fang Coatl. It redraws if you have snow permanents. Trying to remember the 3 mana Flash Flying Death Touch. In Simic, that's tough. There's also Baleful Strix, but I know you're probably not thinking of either one of those cards. But just there's that point. So lay down, the thread is real. It's inside, goes red again. I gotta kill this thing or this will just... Winged Caudal. There we go. Not Ice Wing Quaddle. It's probably... Oh, dude, yeah. Winged Quaddle. Oh, my God. It's been so long since It's coiling around a stalactite or stalagmite. I think stalactite means it grows from the ground, and stalagmite means it grows from the sky. One of the two. Or from the roof. One of the two. Winged Quaddle's super cool. I will trade with this 1/1. Because I got this 1/1 for free. Now we play... Oh, it's got First Strike and Lifelink. Let's think about this. So if I play Chieftain and attack with Lackey, it is First Strike. It'll trade with the Lightning. If they attack with their Lightning, First Strike deals me damage. The rest of what's more satisfying? Alara Reborn. Oh gosh, that's been a hot minute. I love Alara. Alara was one of my favorite sets to look back on and wish I played back then. They made the cards with the baby dragon version of the back. It's so good. What's more satisfying, buying a serial card or pulling it? Definitely pulling it. The issue is your odds in doing that are just so low. First Strike, Lifelink, Trample, so I'm going to say no blocks. Professional Facebreaker is so good. Play my land. Play a Krenko because everything is haste. I think I win. I just straight up win if I get this General Kriya down first, though. So attack with a 2/3. Attack with a 3/3. That's it. Attack trigger, make it to creature tapped and attacking. No blocks. Go to 16. End step, I ping him because I make another dude. I can double block the lightning now. With the 2/2s, and as long as they don't have a burn spell. A version of the game I actually understand. Hell yeah. I got you. It's nice to switch the format up every once in a while and just chill. Opponent plays a Stoneforge. Stoneforge grabs Chainsaw. They play Chainsaw. Kill my Chieftain, I'm guessing. I mean, they have to kill my Chieftain. It's my Lord and my Haste Enabler. Makes my whole deck a lot less impressive. Yeah. Does this say attacking? Yes, it does. No blocks. That's fine. Ooh, Skirk is really good. So I have 5 mana here. I think we get the Krenko down first. Then we play the Skirk. We can sack a token in the Skirk to play the Aura Flame. I think that's worth it. Ooh, that's bad. We are putting counters on their chainsaw, which means they can equip it to the lightning to deal more damage. But now I can cast this Goblin Aura Flame. And it'll be a lot more damage when I attack. They're at 15. They block 2 of it. They go to 11. And then I kill them the next turn by tapping my Krinko. Oh, hey, appreciate you so much, random stuff. That really means a lot to me. Thank you so much. Yeah, we could have sacked the blockers, but the issue is if we sack the blockers, then it really doesn't save us from much. The lightning is trample, so they're still going to gain the life. The shorts, you want to know something very crazy? The shorts are stuff that I do on the way to work. I wake up and I give myself a quota of 4 shorts before I get to work. And so yeah, I try to knock out those shorts before I get to work every day. And it's nice. Something that somebody once told me. Actually, I'll probably just play the YouTube video after this. Is that if you're trying to do something creative, it doesn't matter what it is. It could be art, it could be music, it could be journalism, it could be photography. Is give yourself a body of work. Give yourself a goal and say, hey, I have to. The way that the video presented it was this guy who was working in radio, and he was saying, I want to be better, and I know that I'm not good, and that doesn't mean that I will never be good. It means that currently where I am, my work doesn't match up to my taste. And people get into art, people get into creative endeavors in general because they have good taste. You know, you 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 love something enough to create something, and even if it's bad, over time you want to do more of it and you want to get better at it and see yourself improve. And what he was saying was the best thing you can do as an artist in any field is to create a body of work. Set yourself a deadline and try to get stuff done in a time frame that is doable for you. Because at the end of the day, the most important thing that you can do is a lot of different things because it'll challenge you, it'll cause you to think about what you do in different ways, and ultimately it'll allow you to grow as an artist, as a person. And I thought that was so beautiful because too often as creatives, as artists, we look at what we do and we say it's bad and then we stop. And that's the worst thing that you can do. I think his exact words were, if you're an artist and you're feeling like this, I implore you, give it time. Allow yourself to be bad, but know that your taste is what will allow you to get to where you want to be. Understanding that you're bad will allow you to keep working at it, and one day you'll be slightly less bad. And it meant so much to me. And I think that's a great way to look at, art in general, but life as well. I think we go Snoop first. Top card's a land. Can't play Ringleader. As much as I love Ringleader. You're tapped out, though. This is just Goblin turnaround. Hey, I think that, one of the biggest things that you can do is listen to people who do what you want to do, but in different ways, right? So let's go to combat. Let's attack with everything that's not the Krenko. And I'm just lucky. I think we don't attack with the Seer Slicer. This is 5. I guess we can't attack with the Create and the General Create either. because then we were able to make one token here, a token at the end step. I guess we might be able to kill them we might be able to kill them to damage if we attack, make a token. Let me think. Do I have one more timeout? I do. Okay, so this is going to be 8, 11, 14 damage coming in. Yeah, if we attack like this, and then we tap, and then we 9 them, then they block a little bit, and then they die. But yeah, I think that's... Hey, appreciate you so much, Nito. That means a lot to me. Thank you so much. Yeah, no, and to a young creative Jack who wanted to, I never thought about doing YouTube specifically, but I've always wanted to create. I've always drawn. I've always wanted to do a bunch of stuff. And I think the best thing I agree with that. The best thing that you can do is create a body of work and just try your best to not give up. Because even if to know that what you create is bad is a gift. Because ultimately, how many people create things and tell the world, oh, I'm the best? When you create something and you tell yourself that it's bad, and even better when you tell other people it's bad, it's because you have taste, and your taste is just good enough. It's killer. It's killer, and it will allow you to become great. The one thing that you can't do is allow yourself to give up. And that's something that that's a video that somebody shared with me, and that advice has allowed me to get through the hard times, because all creatives in all walks of life, not just art, but in all walks of life, we go through these time periods where we love something so much and we want to create the best version of it, and we know that what we're creating isn't that, and we just have to inspire each other to keep going. That's all we can do. Learning and evolving as a person. It's good advice. And Needle Burrito, thank you so much for becoming a member. We actually have a thing on this channel. When you become a member, you get your name up on this board. So thank you so much for joining as a goblin. And yeah, sorry about rambling. Magic has taught me a lot about life. And you're actually member number 20. So let me make sure I got this. It's NITO Burrito. Oh, gotta get this down on this board. Do it a little bit thicker. Neato. Burrito. Oh, my handwriting is crap. Oh, make sure I'm not messing this up. Start making videos about my decks. I've always wanted to call it Cruel Decks for Casuals. Do it. Just do it. The sooner you start, the sooner you'll be good at it, because you have to get through that initial period of bad. But as long as you don't give up, you will be great. It's a joke because I created this account when I was looking up help for Dark Souls 1. That's awesome. Burritl. Perfect. Can't mess it up. mtgo. No, that's really cool though. What's your favorite Dark Souls game? I think I haven't been able to really play a lot of video games. I grew up on a farm, no internet, no cable. I'm actually streaming off of my phone's hotspot right now. Ugh. My legs are cramping up. I work in a warehouse, so I'm on my feet all day. Anytime I can sit down is a blessing. Boom, boom, boom. Almost there. Gotta make sure I take my time. It's all about respect. Life is about respect. Life is about respect and effort. The least we can do is give each other our time. Talk to each other, you know? It's the small moments like these that make the world go around. And if people don't take time to do stuff like this, what do we have? Nothing. We are who we are because people chose to pour into us. So I just want to say thank you all for being here and listening to my mad rambling. Nito Burrito. Welcome to the Goblin Horde. It's called entry level Goblin because, you know, we're all just working to be better. And I'm no master. I just hope that one day I can be Muxus for the day. You are the first 20 flat. The first one in the 20ths. Between, I don't know what it's called. 20th. Neato Burrito. Welcome to the Horde. And with that, I'm gonna read through the messages real quick. Are you on there, Trucker Philosophy? No, hey, let me write you in there, Trucker Philosophy. Really appreciate you being here. Let's see. 20 subs, almost 6-pack of beer. Hey, that means the what? That means the world to me. Yeah, Trucker Philosophy. Let me get you up there real quick. Rambles for some of the blessed plays, and also thank you for whoever gifted me a membership. Neato Burrito, being chill and good vibes helps a lot. Good people are always nice to be around. I'm the good success. The MTG Summit. All right, let's get you up there. Trucker Philosophy. Boom. Oh wait, can I do this in my chair? I don't think I've ever tried to do this in my chair. Usually I'm kneeling down, but all right, so silver first. I'll always take the time for a member. Trucker Philosophy. That's a pretty sick name. How'd you come up with that YouTube name? If you don't mind me asking. I'm gonna spend some time on it, so I'm just curious. Hello. Oh no way. Dude. Neato Burrito, thank you so much. That's crazy. That means so much to me. Jesus Christ. You are the second ever donation in the channel, and you are the first one the first one that someone didn't just like tell me to go to sleep with. The first time I ever got a donation, someone just gave it to me so that they're like, hey, go to sleep. That $100, Neato Burrito, I don't know what to say. Thank you so much. Oh, that's insane. Thank you. Thank you so fucking much. That means the world to me. I'm gonna click like, boom. Let me see. See, you drive a truck for a living, and I dabble in philosophical debates. That's sweet. I'm gonna head out. Hey, just random stuff. Thank you so much. Yeah, no, actually in all the videos and all the live streams in the comment, or not the comment section, in the description, if you hit the 3 dots, there's a link to the Discord in the description. So you can always find the Discord there. And I'm not super super smart when it comes to Discord, so it's not like the most elaborate thing in the world. It's just a place for me to like post like crazy things, little tidbits about my life, like day-to-day goblin stuff that normally people don't have access to. So thank you so much. Be fair, if you're tired, you should probably go to sleep. I'm going to out of about 15 minutes. Yeah, Neato Burrito is an absolute Chad. Hey, Trucker Philosophy, thank you so much for dropping in. I'm gonna finish this up and then I'm gonna crash. But yeah, everybody's gonna head out. I hope you have a beautiful night. Thank you so much, Nito Burrito. Thank you again for the $100. That means the world to me. Goddamn. All right, let's finish this up and then go to bed. Absolute legends, each and every one of you. Thank you all for watching. Trucker, hello. Sophie. So. I know how to spell philosophy, but when your head's like 2 inches away from a mat, you're like, wait a second. Do I know how to spell philosophy? And the pressure's on when you don't want to mess it up because it's permanent marker on, something that I would have to completely remember. Philosophy, Phy. All right, now to go over it with gold, because all of you are fucking gold in my eyes. And this part, I gotta get close. Philosophy. It's kind of crazy that we started this year with not even. We started this year with not even 1,000 subs. We hit 1,000 subs in February, and now we have 21 members. #21st. I think it goes first. Yeah. 21st. Trucker Philosophy. Thank you so much. Alright. Let's see. Thank you for the stream. Truckers are Chad. All y'all are Chads. Hard work and dedication, a little scoop of luck. Hey, you know what? You know what? Goblins aren't the best at anything, but they're damn persistent, and we don't give up until we die. So, thank you so much for being here. I'm going to read off the members one more time. Alpha Ronan, Tim's Top Decks, Elias Sutter, The Darth Newt, 80Y100K, Jared Monsterman, Annan, Riberio, Cypher777, High Wumpus, The High Wumpus, AJR, B Rhyme, Gorvisker, The Sliver of Nope, Scott McIntosh, Javier Hubo, Valeroth, Yorminger, Terrieth, then 2 new members from this stream, Nito Burrito and Trucker Philosophy. All you absolute legends. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being here. It means the world to me. If you enjoy Goblins content, if you enjoy listening to me ramble, hit like and subscribe. Easiest way to support the channel, and it's free. If you want to do more support the channel, you know what to do. Till next time, we stream 10 o'clock p.m. CST every single day, Goblins. So I hope you have a beautiful night. Nito Burrito, no, you keep being awesome. You're an absolute legend. And till next time, I hope you have a beautiful night.